Most people think being rich is all about luck or earning more. But the truth is, it's about mastering a few simple money skills. And if you don't learn them, you'll stay stuck no matter how much you make. So today, I'm breaking down 7 money skills that can make you rich in any economy. Have you ever heard stories of lottery winners who suddenly win millions, only to find themselves broke and bankrupt a few years later? Sometimes worse off than when they started. Why does this happen over and over? They have money, but they don't have the skills of the rich. I am rich not because of my money, but because of my skills. Skills that I have mastered over time. 7 skills that I believe you need to master if you want to be rich. As I go through each skill, rate yourself from 0 to 10. 0 being absolutely horrible, and 10 being world class. So here we go. Skill number 1, the ability to talk to customers persuasively. I call that closing skill. Do you know how to close? Can you articulate the value of what you do? Do you know how to ask powerful questions that compel people to buy? Are you comfortable talking to strangers, presenting your ideas, demonstrating your product or service? Closing skill is one of the most important skills you need to master. When you're talking to customers, you're closing. When talking to vendors, you're closing. When you're talking to your employees, you are closing. So that's skill number 1, the ability to communicate persuasively and close deals. Start by practicing active listening, asking questions, focusing on what matters to others. Books, podcasts, and online courses can help you sharpen this skill. Remember, every conversation is a chance to practice closing. The better you get at this, the more doors open for you. The more comfortable you get with asking and persuading, the more your opportunities grow, and your wealth will grow. Wealthy people know how to present their ideas so others listen and act. You don't have to be born natural to get good at closing. It's a learnable skill that pays dividends forever. The number 2 skill that will make you rich is the ability to speak to groups. I call that public speaking skill. The number 1 fear that most people have is public speaking, not snakes, not even death. Public speaking. Why are so many people afraid of speaking to groups? They worry about sounding stupid, how they look, saying something wrong. But look at great leaders. They're all great public speakers, such as Steve Jobs, Tony Robbins, Warren Buffett. One of the skills that changed my life is public speaking. When I joined Toastmasters to improve my English and reduce my accent, I developed self-confidence through public speaking. I improved myself through this powerful skill. Are you afraid to speak to groups? Can you communicate with conviction and certainty? Can you interact with your audience? Maybe your face turns pale, your knees lock up. That's okay. It's a learnable skill. But to be rich, public speaking is one of the most valuable skills you must master. Start small, practice regularly, and watch your confidence grow. This skill opens doors to wealth like no other. The 3rd skill that will make you rich is the ability to communicate with words in print, or what I call persuasion in print. I refer to that as your copywriting skill. Not academic writing, but communication that moves people to action. Maybe it's your webpage, your video, your email. How do you communicate with written words? Agreements, contracts, landing pages, blog posts. A lot of daily communication is written communication. When you communicate effectively through written words, it gives you tremendous leverage. What you write can be seen by hundreds, thousands of people. In my case, it could be millions of people. Copywriting was the first skill I developed as young Dan Lok. The skill that changed my life, taking me from losing money to earning $10,000 a month in my early 20s. This is not taught in school. School teaches writing, not copywriting. So that's skill number 3, communicating with words in print. Practice by rewriting ads you see online. Turn boring messages into something that grabs attention. Over time, you'll get a feel for what works and what doesn't. The more you use it, the more people respond to your messages, and the more opportunities for wealth will come your way. Skill number 4 is the ability to communicate clearly and effectively with your team. I'm talking about your leadership skill. To be an effective leader, you must be an effective communicator. Do you know the vision for your company? Are you communicating that clearly? Do you know how to create good culture within your organization? All of that is leadership skill. Business is not a solo sport. Business is both an intellectual sport and a team sport. It is an organization. You are only as good as your team. It's very important to develop that leadership ability, to inspire, motivate, and lead your team. You can start building leadership skills right now. Volunteer to lead a group project at school or work. Offer to help organize a community event. Watch how strong leaders operate and practice their habits. Listening well, showing respect, and setting a good example. Leadership is something you build one step at a time. The better you get, the easier it is to attract support and create lasting wealth. Skill number 5 is the ability to manage and organize your time for maximum results. Some people refer to that as time management. I refer to that as priority management. We all have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You cannot actually manage time because we all have the same amount. However, what you can manage is your priorities. What are the important things you need to focus on? The important things that will move the needle toward your goals. School never taught us how to manage priorities. Homework, exams, family, different things, but never asking why. Most people never slow down to ask, why am I doing this? What is the payoff of these activities? Priority management really is self-management. How do you manage yourself? If every day you focus on just 2 or 3 things consistently, rich people understand and realize the value of their time. They avoid minimum wage activities and delegate what others can do. This gets you the results you want and builds lasting wealth. Skill number 6 is the ability to read financial statements. I call that financial literacy skill. In school, we measure success with report cards, A's, B's, or C's. In the real world, in business, we look at financial statements. Your financial statements are your scorecard. They tell us how well you're doing financially, how well are you managing your money. I'm not asking you to be an accountant or take accounting courses, but you do need to understand the language of money. Financial literacy, balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statement. When you look at statements and think, I don't know what's going on, can you read between the lines? What story is it telling? Credit score, return on investment, profit and loss, capital gain, depreciation. These are words you have to understand. You cannot improve something you don't measure. Financial literacy is an extremely important skill you must master. If you want to be rich, you must understand money. Take control of your financial education and watch your wealth grow. Skill number 7 is the most important skill of them all. The ability to manage your own mind, I call that your mindset skill. Frustration, negativity, fear, envy, depression, limiting beliefs, procrastination. How do you manage your emotions? How do you manage your mind? You could master all the other 6 skills, but if you don't have your mindset right, it won't work. As Napoleon Hill wrote in Think and Grow Rich, thinking is managing your mind. What are you feeding your mind? How many times do you know what to do but can't get yourself to do it? How many opportunities slip through your fingers because of self-limiting beliefs? Others believe in you, but you don't believe in yourself. That's all mindset skill. Those are the 7 skills that will make you rich. If you want to know how I went from poverty consciousness to millionaire mindset, I'll train you on it. Lao Tzu said, knowing others is intelligence, but knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength, but mastering yourself is true power. When you master your mindset, you unlock everything else. Your potential becomes unlimited. Wealth starts in your mind long before it shows up in your bank account. If you found even one of these skills eye-opening, imagine what happens when you put all 7 into action. Start with just 1 today and watch the change compound. Don't keep this to yourself. Share this with a friend who needs that financial glow-up too. And if you're serious about leveling up your money game, hit subscribe so you never miss the strategies that could change your life.